26th of August 2016. This chicken was named Hope by a friend. She's dead now. She was one of 12,000 chickens we watched carted to their deaths on that day. This was my first animal vigil. It changed me. This is the first and last time I will refer to myself at all, because this is not about me. None of this is about me. I travelled with new people that day. One of them said to me, "If this doesn't change you, then maybe there's something wrong with you." I remember thinking that might have been an exaggeration. It wasn't. I remember worrying that I might have to fake a change inside somehow. I didn't. The smell hit me hard as we pulled up to meet the others. Death and shit. We waded through it as it hung thick in the air. Change of wind direction made us feel sick to our stomachs. There we were, 30 plus people who refused to consume animal body parts, breathing in the very dead we were there to save, inhaling them against our will, like the ancient North Africans eating their ancestors in order to draw power from them. And we did draw power, but from the look in their eyes. The first truck pulled up. It wasn't going to stop for us. I followed unthinkingly, and before I knew it, I was linking arms with more family on either side, sitting on the ground in front of a massive Holocaust train. It blared in our faces, sending vibrations through our skulls. People shouted at us angrily, "I don't care about the fucking chickens," one worker yelled when an activist pointed out the illegal suffering inside the trucks. We climbed the banks overlooking the slaughterhouse, scrambling up muddy surfaces which by now must have been imbued with the essence of death. If there was such a thing as ghosts, this would have been the most haunted woodland bank in the country. From this vantage point we could see. We saw the chickens thrust roughly onto conveyor belts. We saw their legs come back around, separated from their bodies and dumped into a massive bin. The slaughterhouse workers sprayed us with giant industrial water hoses as we filmed them. The second truck arrived. This time I bore witness. The silence was frightening. It shocked me more than any scream I'd ever heard. The hen stared wide-eyed, covered in filth and crap and scratches. One had a bloodied broken wing. She too was silent, as though her captors had beaten the will to fight out of her and frightened her into such submission that she dared not make a sound of pain nor protest. Omnivores tell us it's unfair to compare farm animals to domestic abuse victims. I challenge these omnivores to look at these individuals in the eyes and still say the same. In these eyes, it was clear to see the intelligence and fear and all the dimensions and individuality possessed too by any human being. They were dog eyes, they were cat eyes. They were the eyes of the planet herself. More trucks came and went. 9,000 chickens, 12,000 chickens. The count increased. The tears came when the last truck had come and gone, and all that was left were these empty, spent hearses as they exited quietly from the death camp. They spilled water over the road in front of us as they passed us by. Water which had been used to wash away the last evidence of their crime, save the bodies seemed to be packed off and devoured by accomplices seated around varnished mahogany tables, the financiers of the hitmen. We dried our eyes and departed for happier chapters of our lives. We were bonded, stronger, made defiant. We were given resolve. Their eyes were our reminder never to stop fighting for them. And for me, where perhaps I had turned up looking to prove something to myself, I left looking for only one thing: the end to the worst ongoing crime in the history of the planet. Some part of me had sought self-respect, but in vying for something bigger than myself, I had lost the need for that validation. I didn't matter. There was no longer an I, there was an us, there was a them. An activist went home and grieved, and he picked up his pencils and he drew for the first time in 4 years. He wanted to remember. He wanted to etch her on the inside of his eyelids and forever be haunted by her. Just as importantly, he wanted others to know her, to understand.